Hello there, we're back. I want to talk about changes and also challenges. Sometimes going through a change can be quite challenging, quite scary, fearful, or stressful, right? And as individuals, we all have different perspectives on what is actually challenging or scary or what we consider to be a problem or not, right? So let's picture this. How would you react if you commuted to work during a rainy day, feeling very tired due to workload, and once you arrive at the company, you realize that there's no work? It's a day off that you were never actually um, informed about. How would you react to that? Would you get angry? Would you get stressed? Would you get upset? Would you just laugh it off? Would you just return or maybe take the opportunity to do something that is near the company, a place that you want to go anyways? Would you react as a half full or half empty type of glass situation? How would you actually react to that? I think a lot of people have already gone through pretty similar situations, have gone through pretty similar scenarios and reacted in very different ways. So what determines how we react? Is it the situation? No, because sometimes we go through very similar situations. It's how we interpret the situation. So problems are not actually real. We create the problem by interpreting something. So if I go through a situation like that, it's up to me to react in a very angry way or laugh it off or take the opportunity to go nearby and do something else. See, this is stoicism in a way. Stoicism is quite complex, but this is one aspect of it. And, utilizing stoicism on a daily basis can be quite beneficial because if you're going through a change that is challenging for you, you can see this as a good opportunity, you know, moving to another country, maybe getting a divorce, changing your group of friends, your circle, or quitting your job, something like that. All of those can be challenging even to think about, right? Like, oof, that's tough. But is it a problem? I think that's a different thing. Because when we see challenges as a positive thing, as something to look forward to, the outcome can be very different. But if you see a scenario in which you get extremely fearful and stressed, you might not perform as well as you could if you thought that this is exciting and interesting and nice to go through, right? And it's up to you, of course. Problems are problems, and there are scenarios that I think we can all agree that it's very difficult to be super positive about. But most of the scenarios, they are not even something real. They're not even happening. It's a projection. We're thinking, oh, this is going to be hard. Oh, this is going to be difficult. Oh, this is going to be scary, right? Seneca says that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. That's true. Sometimes I talk to people that have already planned a trip and they suffer for 4 months before the actual day. And once they travel and they arrive, they're cool. They're calm. They're happy. They see that it wasn't supposed to be that scary. And okay, did the person overcome that fear? Not exactly. The person is not feeling that anymore. In that sense, maybe yeah, that person overcame that fear. But what happened to all of the other months? The former 4 months of stress and bad health, bad sleep. That you're not getting that back. You're not recovering that. And that's very detrimental to your health. It jeopardizes everything. Chemical imbalance, right? So, did that person actually overcome by feeling okay when she or he was traveling? I don't think so. I think this is already a loss because one day cannot compare to 4 months of stress. And I don't want to be pessimistic. I'm just saying maybe we should just wait for the day that we're anxious about to feel the emotions there and not project, therefore, not feel anxious. And I know it's, easy to say, hard to do, but that's one of the practices. That's one of the things that I actually like about Stoicism. Well, I am being, I am, it's almost like you become aware of your emotions. You realize, oh, I shouldn't be actually worried about that. This hasn't even happened yet. I don't even know. Maybe it's going to be great. And then you start focusing on the now and not on something that will happen and you don't know how it's going to be. Yeah, exactly. You don't know how is it going to be. Don't think about it. Get prepared. That's different. Try to learn the best tools to be prepared once you're there. Try to study about it. If you're going to another country, study about the country, the laws, the visa between your country and the country you're going to, culture, maybe a little bit of the language. Those are the things that you can control, but you cannot control the future. Who knows what's going to happen? But you can control your abilities to perform, to carry out a trip that is beneficial, that is safe, you know. But I think people just worry too much. Oh my God, but I might lose my job or I might not be in the company anymore. What should I do? Well, be prepared. Start applying to new jobs even while you're working for a company. You always need to have some cards under your sleeve. That doesn't mean that you're actually leaving the company. You can even apply to jobs while you're working for a company that you actually like, and that's totally fine. That's just leverage. I think we all need it, but to think about something that you cannot control, what's the point? And that, oh my God, that drains you. It takes so much energy. So if you're looking for change, if you're looking for a different shift in your life, try to act on it and not project. That's not going to be useful. So, do what you have to, but don't think about the future. Act now. That's the best way.